Hey guys, welcome to another video. We are here today to put two very popular items to the test and decide if I want to spend my own hard-earned money to pick these products up. So these are both Smags. Shout out to Smags for letting me borrow her makeup. But first up, I do have the Pillow Talk Multi-Glow Beautifying All Over Glow Highlighter in Romance Light. This is the lighter one. It's the highlighter that you'll see me using today. I also use it in my inner corner. And she let me borrow her Patrick Ta Major Dimension Eyeshadow Palette too. This is the more rosy toned palette. I feel like these two items have been so popular, so raved about on YouTube. Everybody's kind of testing them out and trying them out. And I just wanted to try them before I buy them. You know, sometimes you just want to try things before you buy them. So that is what we are going to do today. I'm going to put them to the test. I'm going to create this look, try the highlighter, and at the end, I will share my thoughts. If you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Kelly, and I love all things makeup and beauty. I love talking. I love makeup. I love talking about makeup. So if you like to chat about makeup too, I would love to have you subscribe and be part of the K-Bella fam. But why don't we go ahead and jump into the video. Okay, so I'm super excited to dig into this beautiful palette. I've kind of been going back and forth, like, do I want it? Do I not want it? So to be able to try it out, I'm so thankful to Smags for this. So we are going to go ahead and create a look. I'm gonna go ahead and prime with my Fenty Eye Primer, and I am going to take some of that lightest shade in my crease. I do normally set my eyeshadow primer, and I've had people ask me why, and honestly the only reason why I set my eyeshadow primer is because I have small hooded eyes, and so I find that when I don't, I just get creasing there, so I don't want any of that to happen. Also, I have to apologize if I sound out of breath. Other than being pregnant, I don't really have a reason to be out of breath. I literally was just doing my makeup and watching The Real Housewives of New Jersey, and here we are. Now I'm filming and I feel a little bit out of breath. So I think I'm gonna take a little bit of this shade right here. I don't know if they have names. I don't care either. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that and just this fluffy brush and just kind of put this. It's not my ideal, like, setting the crease shade, but this will work as a transition and it'll kind of set that whole area. So then I'm going in with the same shade and just this fluffy crease brush. I'm noticing this has a ton of pigment. I just want to bring it up a tiny bit higher, and I'm going to use this as the transition shade and just kind of, the first brush kind of set the stage, made sure my primer wasn't going anywhere. This is just going to blend out a little bit higher up. So then what I want to do, I do want to try a cream shade. So this is my Refer 02, and I want to try this like lighter cream shade right here. I think I want to try a little bit of like the duochrome shade. So I'm going to take a little bit of this lighter cream shade, and I think we're going to put the duochrome on here. So that's why I want to put this down as a base. I actually maybe picked up a tiny bit too much, but I thought if I put this down before my crease shade, then it'll maybe like blend into the crease. I like that they have a little bit of a lighter shade and a deeper shade. I think this shade's very pretty, but I want to use like a little bit of a duochrome shadow on here. I would love to be able to create two looks and put another look up tomorrow. I mean, like film another look tomorrow and put it up in this video. That's the plan. But, you know, being a teacher and only having the weekends to film, I don't know if that's gonna happen. I think this might be the best we're gonna get. I'm gonna try and take my finger a little bit and just blend a tiny bit more with my finger, and then we'll go in with a crease shade. So then we're gonna go in with my Refer 202, which is a little bit more of a pointed crease brush. And I wanna go in with this shade right here because I think we might go in with that one on the lid is what I'm thinking. It's like a goldy pink duochrome. Yeah, like maybe this one or this one of these two. We'll swatch them in a minute, but I'm gonna go in with that crease shade. This is like my favorite crease brush for hooded eyes, and oh my gosh, so much pigmentation here, especially on top of that cream base. I feel like I got even more pigment because of the cream base here. So I'm gonna take some time to blend this out. It is feeling like a little bit harder to blend with the cream base, but I'm gonna go in with that, and I will take some of that initial shade too to kind of blend out the edges. Okay, so then I'm gonna take just a touch of this like tiny dark shade right here, literally just a touch on my BK207, and I just kind of wanna add a little tiny bit of depth here. I don't want a ton because I don't really want a super smoky look, but I do want to create a little bit of definition. I feel like that helps with my eye shape, with my eyes being so tiny, when I add a little bit of a deeper shade in the outer V. Okay, so I don't know if I want to do this shade, so pretty, or that like middle duochrome shade. Sorry if you can hear the background noise. I don't know which one I want to do. They both look so pretty. The duochrome might be a little bit more fun. This looks like a rose gold, which would be super pretty. I think we're gonna go with the duochrome type of shade. And I'm gonna go in with my favorite BK203 and spray it with some Fix Plus and get this on the eyes. Okay, so I feel like I didn't get a ton on my brush. You can see it did pick up some pigment, but I feel like with this type of shade, yeah, my finger's gonna pack way more of a punch. I don't prefer finger applications, but with shades like this, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But that's super pretty, and it just has that beautiful like duochrome shift. Gorgeous, look at that. That's so pretty. Okay, so then I'm gonna go in just with my Sigma pencil brush. So this was the lid shade that we used. I'm gonna go in with the shade underneath, which has a little bit more of like a mauve type of shade, and kind of just run that along the lower lash line. Okay, so I don't have an inner corner shade, so what I'm gonna do is, the other item that I borrowed from Smags is this highlighter right here. It's the new Charlotte Tilbury Beautifying All Over Glow. This is the Romance Light shade. This one right here. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that lightest shade on my pinky and just pop that into the inner corner, like so. That's nice. It gives it like a nice subtle highlight.
Here is an answer from an Alexa answer.
Alexa, stop.
Translated.
Girl was talking over there. Okay, that gives me a nice subtle highlight. I do want to use this, and the way that I'm going to use it is I'm just going to take my Sigma highlighter brush, and I'm just going to kind of like maybe go over these three. I don't know that I want that deepest one. Maybe I'll just go over all of them. Okay, so we're going to take it and go over all of them. Put that right here. So just for reference, I do enjoy like a beaming all over glow. And I've heard that this does that. Now this is, of course, my first impression. This side has nothing. This side has the highlighter. I don't believe, let me get some more. I don't believe that this is like as punchy as like my Natasha Denona Super Glow, but this gives me more than the other Charlotte Tilbury highlighter that I have. The only other highlighter that I have is the one that's inside the Sculpt and Bronze. Is that what it's called? Sculpt and Bronze palette. You know that palette, the one that I'm talking about. where it has the sculpt shade and the highlighter. That is very subtle. That's my only Charlotte Tilbury highlighter that I have. This definitely, it's not as punchy and poppy as my Natasha Denona, but it's still beautiful. I do want to get this. It's out of stock. I actually have one of those Sephora $100 reward perk gift card type of things. Y'all, these baby hairs, they're only going to get worse before they get better. And so I kind of want to get that highlighter. So nice. Okay, let me go ahead and finish off the look, and then I'll share my first impression. Okay, so here is the finished look here. Just to let you know what else is on my face, I did use my Pat McGrath foundation today for bronzer and contour. I did go in with my Rare Beauty, what is this called? Bronzing stick in Happy Soul, and I've been topping that lately with my Dior bronzer. This is in the shade 05 Warm Bronze, love that. Then I'm using my Patrick Ta blush in the shade She's Blushing, but just the powder side. The powder side is super pigmented, super beautiful, and I didn't want to go in with the cream side because I thought it might give me more of a sheen, and I really wanted to be able to try out this highlighter. So let's talk about the two products that were featured in this video. Let's start with the highlighter. I do want to get this. I do want to get the highlighter. I think it's very beautiful. It definitely is more of a like punchy poppy highlight. It's not very subtle, but I still don't think it's quite as punchy and poppy as my Natasha Denona Super Glow. It definitely gives me a glow. It's beaming. I like that it's light on my fair skin. I used all of the colors today, but I do like that you can customize it. I liked that I could use the white shade on my inner corner. So definitely waiting for this to come back in stock, and I do want to grab it. Now this is my first time using the Patrick Ta palette. I do have his other palette, the original one. I don't remember the name of it. So I already kind of know about the formula. I just needed to decide if I wanted this color story. Now I believe this palette runs for $68. You do get this nice little cover with the cream shades. The thing I like about this one that isn't true about the other one is it really, this keeps opening. This for sure 100% is a duochrome. This is what's on my eyes. I don't know if you can see the shift there or in the mirror, but it's like a pink to gold. This one also looks a little bit like it could be a duochrome, and this one even looks like a duochrome as well. For sure this one is, but these two definitely have shifts in them. This is more of a rich gold. I would love to try this shade right here and create like a nice smoky eye. I think this would be absolutely beautiful. This is probably, if I am able to film and create a look tomorrow, this is probably the shade that I would be using because it's so rich. It looks so, so beautiful. So now this palette. Okay, so here's the thing. The color story definitely sucks me in. Okay, I really like the look that I've created. I'm very into shades like this. I'm very into tones like this right now. But again, this palette is $68. It's $68. So, do I want this palette? Yes. Will I perhaps purchase it at some point? Yes. But do I like it enough to go in and purchase this palette for $68? I don't know. See, that's the thing. Part of me wants to go out and get it immediately because I do think that it's beautiful and I think I would get a ton of use out of it. I feel like the mattes are very pigmented, super creamy and blendable. The cream shade was nice. I really like what the shimmers have to offer here, but it's $68. So you'll kind of have to think about that. Think about your own budget. I definitely do want to pick this palette up. I just don't know when I will actually have the opportunity to pick it up. So there's my first impression. There are my thoughts. I forgot to tell you what's on my lips. I didn't grab it, but I have the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in the shade Iconic Nude, topped with Perfection by Lunar Beauty. I've been loving that lately. And then I did put a little bit of my Lawless gloss. What is this called? Rosy Outlook, forget the filler. forget the filler gloss, to create this plumpy, juicy look. But yes, let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know if you've tried these two products, what you think about them. I definitely want to pick this up when it comes back in stock. I'm kind of waiting to see if it'll come back in stock while I have that gift card. And I do want to pick this up. I just don't know that I want it for $68. I might want to wait for a sale there. But that's going to do it for this video. If you did enjoy it, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe before you go. That way I can see you in the next one.